So in the final chapter of Mishnah Torah, the Rambam talks about how the world will be when Moshiach comes. Exactly the way it is now. He says, Al yivtal davar miminhage shalolam. Nothing will change from nature. And then he adds what seems to be redundant. Oy, or yiyesham chidush, that there will be any novelty, the ma'aseh bereishis, in the act of divine creation. Why did the Rambam have to repeat what seems essentially to be the same thing? The Rebbe suggests that in order to understand this, we have to take a look at the story of Genesis itself. In the very first chapter of the Torah, in verse 11, we read that Hashem says, Tadshe ha'aretz deshe, let the earth sprout vegetation. And this will be in the form of Esev Mazriya Zera. There'll be seed-bearing plants. And then there'll be Eitz Pri, Oise Pri. There'll be fruit trees that give birth or grow fruit. Ramban, Nachmanides, in his commentary says, Vani Tema. This verse is shocking to me. How did the verse omit the notion of non-fruit-bearing trees? And the Ramban suggests that this perhaps follows the teaching of our sages that is found in the Medrash, that in the beginning of creation, Af ilone srak asu peres. When Hashem first created the world, all fruits, all trees gave fruit. And there was no such thing as a non-fruit-bearing tree. And the Ramban suggests that this came later on when Hashem curses the earth, that some of the trees went barren and lost their fruit. The point then is this. The Rebbe maintains that what the Rambam is telling us is, not only will there not be any novelty in creation, but even things the way they once were will never again be realized. Because once something has been that way for thousands of years, it becomes minhage shalolam. And this emphasizes the notion that there will be no fresh, new novelty. We will not even see a resurgence of the original magic of creation. But expect the world to continue to function as it does. Now, we learned earlier that things may happen with greater haste, in an accelerated pace. So it seems that things will happen quickly, but they'll seem to be exactly as they have been from the very beginning.